She tells him, ooh, love, no one's ever gonna hurt you, love. I'm gonna give you all of my love. Nobody matters like you.
Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my predictions on the 2021 season for every single team in the AFC. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, on to the Buffalo Bills, which I believe will go 12-5, 7-5 within their conference, and 3-3 within their division. Now, honestly, the Buffalo Bills will honestly win the division. It's no doubt in my mind the AFC East champions will be the Buffalo Bills. The Patriots will not be there, will not be close to getting there, and the Jets, they're not getting there either. But the Dolphins are the true threat to the Buffalo Bills this year when it comes to the division, as I do believe both Miami and Buffalo are the two best teams in that division, and honestly will not surprise me if both teams make the playoffs. Now, on to the Miami Dolphins, who I believe will go 11-6, 7-5 in their conference, and 4-2 in their division. Now, honestly, they have just as big of a chance to win their division like the Buffalo Bills. I believe it's in between them two. I do believe that they will fall short one game to the division title, because honestly, if they at least win one more game, end up with the same record as the Bills, with the better division record, they would have honestly become the division champions. But that's not how I see it, as they do lose to Jacksonville, they do lose to Tampa Bay, they do lose to Buffalo, they do lose to Baltimore, the New York Jets as well, and the Tennessee Titans. There's no doubt in my mind about that. But that's not out of the realm of possibility that they might get the division title. I do believe in Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins this year. Now, on to the New England Patriots, who I have going 8-9, 4-8 in their conference, and 2-4 within their division. Now, to be honest, the Patriots are good. They are a good team. They got the pieces they need, but they're not performing how they need to perform. And why is that? Because the team isn't built for Cam Newton. It's built for a quarterback, of course, like Tom Brady. And honestly, I do believe that Mac Jones could be a Brady-type quarterback, but I don't think that he is ready to start. So it will most likely be Cam Newton to start, and then maybe at the end of the season they put in Mac Jones. But honestly, give him a year or two on the bench, learning from Cam or learning from with whatever quarterback you put be in front of him. But as long as you give him at least a year to learn under a quarterback that has experience, I honestly think the Patriots will have their franchise quarterback anytime soon. Now, on to the New York Jets, who I also have going 8-9, 5-7 within their conference, and 3-3 within their division. So, honestly, I see the Jets as a better team on the records point against the New England Patriots, because honestly, I don't see the Patriots as that good of a team, but I do see them as a good team. Same for the Jets. They got their franchise quarterback, they're building up a team, and honestly, that defense led by the head coach Robert Saleh will be a very good defense for this year. And honestly, I'm seeing a very good opportunity for the New York Jets in 2021, but in 2022 it's their most likely playoff run. Now, on to the Baltimore Ravens, who I expect to go 11-6, 7-5 within their conference, and 3-3 within their division. But to be honest, I'm gonna see this. The Ravens have a very good offense. They got an alright defense. I don't know how it's gonna be this year due to some key factors leaving. But besides that, I honestly see them as a good team that will 100% make the playoffs. And honestly, I do expect them to at least get to the divisional round. And not as division champions, of course, but they lose to tiebreaker with the Pittsburgh Steelers. But besides that, I see the Baltimore Ravens as a very good team that you will hate to play against when it comes to the playoffs. Now, on to the Cincinnati Bengals, who I expect to go 6-11, 4-8 in their conference, and 2-4 in their division. Honestly, I see the Cincinnati Bengals as the team that will improve but still miss the playoffs and still be last in their division, due to the fact that I still believe they need help. and that's on the offensive line because I don't think that they are helping their franchise quarterback enough. I understand getting a wide receiver like Jamar Chase on the team, but going to get Jamar Chase over Penei Sewell is a mistake. And honestly, that's what the Cincinnati Bengals will pay with this season, because honestly, when it comes to this season, they will fail because of their offensive line. Now, on to the Cleveland Browns, who I expect to go 10-7, 7-5, 3-3 in their division, and missing the playoffs. Yes, I know, from going to the playoffs for the first time since 2002, and their first win since Bill Belichick was their coach. Yes, I'm saying the Cleveland Browns will miss the playoffs by one game. That is what will kill the Browns' playoff run this year. One game. And that one game is against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Green Bay Packers as well. Those two losses will seal their fate to be missing the playoffs in 2021. But 2022, the Cleveland Browns might be the dominant team in the AFC North. Now, on to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who I expect to go 11-6. Now, to be honest, the Pittsburgh Steelers, 7-5 in their conference and 4-2 in their division. They win the division. And honestly, that's only because of tiebreaker. That tiebreaker win will be against the Baltimore Ravens. But honestly, them beating the Browns and beating the Bengals will secure their playoff shots. Because honestly, that last loss against the Baltimore Ravens could have given them life. But depending on how the division goes, that's how it's going to end. But I do believe that the Steelers will make the playoffs as the division champions again. But honestly, if they don't use the run like they did last year, honestly, that will be the failure of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, on to the Houston Texans. And I have no sympathy for the Houston Texans this year. They did Deshaun Watson dirty, and honestly, Deshaun Watson will never play for the Houston Texans ever again. Honestly, when it came to the head coach and GM, they decided to pick him themselves and not allow Deshaun at least a voice in a possible candidate. At least give him a possible voice there. Like if you say, okay, I would love this guy to coach, I would love this guy to be the GM, that would be nice for you to know, because he's the quarterback that's leading your team. You have to give him the voice. But you didn't, and now Deshaun Watson is not going to ever play for the Houston Texans ever again, whether it's because he's in court or whether it's because he's on another team. I guarantee you Deshaun Watson will never play on the Houston Texans again, and they will only win one game, and that is against the Tennessee Titans in Week 18. Now, on to the Indianapolis Colts, who I have going 8-9, 8-4 in their conference, and 4-2 in their division. Now, to be honest, the Colts do have Carson Wentz. They do have an insane defense. They do got an insane offensive line. But I don't think that offense is going to be good enough, even with Carson Wentz back there. If Carson Wentz does good, they will have a winning record. And they will most likely win the division, or at least go as a wild card. One of the two. But as far as I can see right now, the Indianapolis Colts will not make the playoffs. And they'll have to give at least 1 or 2 years more to Carson Wentz to see if he will be the Carson Wentz of the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl run. Now, on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I believe that the Jaguars will go 7-10, 6-6 in their conference, and 3-3 in their division. Honestly, I see this as a good team this year. And honestly, the majority of their wins coming from within the conference. Notable wins against the Dolphins and Jets and Colts. Those are some good wins for the Jacksonville Jaguars this season. And it's not only because they drafted Trevor Lawrence, of course. That's not only reason why. They honestly got a good team that Urban Meyer is creating in Jacksonville. And they actually might have a chance for playoff runs in the future. Not here in 2021, but at least in the future, they'll have chances. Now, on to the Tennessee Titans, who will win the division, 9-8 record, 7-5 in their conference, and 4-2 within their division. Now, to be honest, the Tennessee Titans, led by Derrick Henry, honestly, AJ Brown, Ryan Tannehill, and that defense will honestly keep the Indianapolis Colts and Jaguars in check, because they don't have to do nothing to the, of course, they do lose to the Texans once, but that's only because they'll most likely rest their starters, as I do believe by that time they'll most likely not worry that much against the Texans. But I would honestly love for them to play against the Texans and beat them, sending the Texans home with an 0-17 record, because honestly that's what that team, not the city, deserves. Now on to the Denver Broncos, who I believe will go 4-13, 2-10 in their conference, and 1-5 in their division. To be honest, I'm gonna say this: the Denver Broncos are not gonna be even close to getting a wild card spot and are having a top 5 draft pick. Honestly, I don't think that the Denver Broncos are gonna be good this year. They just lost Juwan James, I believe, because of an injury. He was cut from the team to save up money, and they have Drew Lock at quarterback. Not saying that Drew Lock is a bad quarterback, but they could have had Justin Fields. But to be honest, that wouldn't have saved the franchise. It would just have put a good QB that we know can be QB ready by the time the team is ready. And honestly, I don't think the Denver Broncos are ready to do anything in the near future. Now, on to the Kansas City Chiefs, who of course will win the division and will have a 15-2 record, 10-2 in their conference, and 4-2 in their division. Now, to be honest, the Kansas City Chiefs will 100% make the AFC Championship game and maybe even make the Super Bowl and win it right then. But to be honest, we gotta see, is this Chiefs team ready for that? Coming back from a playoff loss against Tom Brady in Super Bowl 55. I think Super Bowl 56 might be the Chiefs' second Super Bowl under Patrick Mahomes and their third in franchise history. Because honestly, I think that this team is ready to go back to the Super Bowl and win it again. Honestly, the Chiefs didn't pay $500 million to Patrick Mahomes for nothing, because he is an insane quarterback that, to be honest, should be held to a high standard, because the guy is incredible. Now, on to the Las Vegas Raiders, who I have going 9-8 and 4-8 in their conference and 3-3 within their division. Now, to be honest, the Las Vegas Raiders will not make the playoffs. They'll come short, but honestly, it's because of their decision to get rid of their offensive line, basically, and get a running back who only served a role as a, maybe you could say Kenyon Drake did, more of a 2 running back system. I know he did well in Arizona, but he's not going to do the same in Las Vegas, because there's no way he's going to actually put up the same numbers he had in Arizona with the offensive line the Las Vegas Raiders currently have. And honestly, that's not the only reason. Their defense is struggling and their offense is struggling. Both are struggling, and I don't think the Raiders will make the playoffs this year, but be careful, because they might make it in 2022. Now, last but certainly not least, the Los Angeles Chargers, who I also have going 15-2, just like the Kansas City Chiefs, losing to only the Chiefs and the Raiders. To be honest, 10-2 conference record and a 4-2 division record. Very good for the Los Angeles Chargers, and I do expect the Chargers to make the playoffs. Not only as a wildcard team, but a possible chance to meet the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Either that or get eliminated in the divisional round. One of the two, because they're not making the Super Bowl this year unless Kansas City's eliminated. That is the only way that the LA Chargers will 100% go to the Super Bowl. And honestly, I honestly see that as a possibility, but not as a big possibility, because honestly, yes, you had last year a team who hosted the Super Bowl, host the Super Bowl at their home stadium, but you're not going to get to see the same here. I don't believe the Rams or the Chargers will make the Super Bowl, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me any video ideas. Also, tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win the Super Bowl, and who do you think will be the participant of the Super Bowl in the AFC? Whether it be the Chiefs or whether it be the wild card team that maybe it could be the Ravens, it could be the Ravens, the Chargers, or whoever. Who do you think will make the Super Bowl on the AFC side? Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.